All right, Shalom Yasharallah. Before we get started, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, the teacher and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Back with another video, another lesson. All right. I don't have a title for this lesson as of yet, but in Lowell and he'll give me the spirit to come up with a title. But it's gonna be centered around Esau, his the rise of a digital age, AI, things of that nature, because these things are going to be used, in these latter days to take over, jobs, and eventually going to be used as weapons. I got this video that I had for a while. It's only a minute long, so I'll play it. All right.
Under attack from the front left and front right. Respond accordingly.
Front right. If you need any further assistance, just let me know.
Yes, can you move negative 25 degrees, then sweep across the field of fire, stopping every 5 degrees to fire one round? You should also have some variation in the pitch.
Firing one round at each 5-degree interval, with variations in pitch. If you require any further actions, feel free to let me know.
Good job, you saved us.
I'm glad I could help.
Confirm the speed and acceleration settings.
I'm sorry, but I don't have the capability to retrieve the current.
I'll give you some more random left and right moves and just throw a couple degrees of variation on the pitch axis as well.
So as you saw, all he did was like speak commands, and it went to the robot, and it did what he said. It fired across the room. It did. This was gonna be used against the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the men of the Lord. So I got some articles here. I'm gonna start with this one from End Time Headlines. It says world first humanoid robot, proto clone with muscles and bones, twitches and spasms into life. It says in a groundbreaking development, Clone Robotics have unveiled the proto clone, a humanoid robot designed to replicate human anatomy and movement closely. It says the musculoskeletal android features over 1,000 artificial muscles, more than 200 sensors, and upwards of 200 degrees of freedom, enabling it to perform lifelike motions. A recently released video showcases the proto-clone suspended in a harness, initially motionless before gradually moving its limbs. The robot's design includes a skeletal framework resembling human bones and an artificial muscular system that visibly contracts and expands under its translucent covering. These movements highlight the robot's ability to flex and articulate in key joints, such as the shoulders, elbows, knees, and ankles. And they have a video right here. We'll play it.
Clone Robotics just an synthetic human, and of course it's creeping people out. Clone Robotics just unveiled its full-bodied synthetic human, and of course it's creeping people out. The startup, which operates out of the United States and Poland, describes the android called Protoclone as faceless and anatomically accurate. Clone Robotics co-founder Danish Radhakrishna posted on the X social media platform that the introduction of Protoclone is ground zero for the age of androids. Dar Sleeper, the head of growth for OpenAI-backed startup 1X Technologies, said the design couldn't get any cooler or creepier. Others said it was nightmare material. Clone's use of the word android is notable. While all androids are technically humanoid robots, not all humanoid robots are androids. Humanoid robots can be very simple and mechanical, with aesthetics that often differ dramatically from real people. Simply put, a humanoid robot has a human form factor but still looks like a machine. Androids, on the other hand, aim to look as human as possible. They have skin, eyes, hair, and are engineered to mimic genuine facial expressions.
Yeah, think of the I know a lot of you brothers grew up on Dragon Ball Z. Think of the androids, Android 17 and 18. You know, they look like, which they were actually I believe they were actually humans, but they were some to that effect. They were tweaked with a little bit, but same way it is today. You have these robots, and they're gonna be used to take over jobs. All right, because people, robots can't get sick. They ain't gonna call out. That you may have to charge them. But that's about it. And then AI taking over different industries of the workforce. Truck driving, Uber, fast food. This is gonna be the reality that soon to come, and a lot of people are gonna lose their jobs. Right. I believe that's in Slovakia. Is it Ecclesiastes? Is it 8? No. Yeah. Ecclesiastes 12, and I start at verse 1. It says, "Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when their keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall raise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low." See? And the grinders represent, workers. Let's get that word grinders. All right. Let's see what it means. Grinders, tachan in the Hebrew, to grind, crush. See that? Strong definition, to be a concubine, that being their employment. All right, grinder. Okay, goes into employment, man. All right, and a lot of people you see Donald Trump. I just recently saw that he's aiming at postal workers next. He's gonna fire a lot of them. A lot of people in the government they lost their jobs, so job loss is on the way. A lot of people are gonna lose a lot of their jobs. I always speak on Amazon. Amazon is moving toward well, they already have like robotics. Like I mentioned, they have this self-driving what you call it? It's like an electrical pallet jack. If you know what that, if you work in a warehouse, you know what a pallet jack is. But they have an electrical one where it goes from one side of the building to the other. And it drives itself across. And that's what they have, a robot arms. They have all this technology. So that's what the workforce is coming to. And let's keep watching. These gonna be
most of the humanoids making waves today, from the likes of Tesla, Figure, and Unitree Robotics, do not meet the technical definition of android. Exceptions include Sophia by Hanson Robotics, a mecha by Engineered Arts, hyper-realistic creations by China-based X-Robots, UB Tech's new service robot Una, and humanoids from Las Vegas-based Railbotics equipped with so-called relationship-based artificial intelligence. Clone, however, differentiates itself by straight up saying it's working towards synthetic humans. When the startup unveiled its first torso prototype in October 2024, The design quickly drew comparisons to the host drones in the HBO show Westworld. Clone says it's building power-dense androids with anthropomorphic traits to solve everyday challenges. According to Clone, the Protoclone features a musculoskeletal design mimicking human anatomy. It boasts more than 200 degrees of freedom, 1,000 myofibers, and 500 sensors. Co-founder Radhakrishna said on X the footage is from mid-January. The prototype is powered by pneumatics, but the company plans to switch to hydraulics after further development. Clone calls the robot the world's first bipedal musculoskeletal android, which is open for debate. For example, Kengaro, developed by the University of Tokyo's JSK Lab in 2017, is widely recognized as one of the earlier musculoskeletal humanoids.
You know, you can go into this article if you like. I'll put the link in the description. All right. Let's get another one. Let's get let's get this one from Natural News. It says, "The path to digital ID mandates: how social media regulation could reshape online privacy." And we always speak about that. You know, the time is gonna come where there's gonna be a time where, you know, they're gonna issue out digital IDs. You know, they may crash the economy. You know, and do something. You know, tweak something. All right. And bring, you know, you're going to have a digital ID to access the internet, you know, and you're going to be monitored. But it says, in a rapidly evolving digital landscape, the push for stricter social media regulations is gaining traction across the United States. Connecticut, Nebraska, and Utah are at the forefront of this movement, with proposed legislation that aims to curb the influence of social media on minors. While these measures are framed as necessary steps to protect children, they also represent a significant shift toward mandatory digital ID systems. This shift could have far-reaching consequences for online privacy and personal freedom, raising critical questions about the future of the internet. It says Connecticut's House Bill 6857, titled "An Act Concerning the Attorney General's Recommendations Regarding Social Media and Minors," is one of the most ambitious efforts to regulate social media content for young users. Attorney General William Tong, a vocal advocate for the bill, argues that social media platforms deliberately use machine learning algorithms to keep users, especially children, engaged. These algorithms analyze user behavior to feed them increasingly compelling content, a tactic that I believe is particularly harmful to children, Tong asserts. If passed, HB 6857 would impose several strategic measures. It says algorithmic recommendations, time restrictions, and parental control. You can read those if you like. It says Tong emphasizes the importance of parental involvement. If any individual parent decides that they want their kid to have access to algorithms, that they can handle it, they can do that, but they have to affirmatively make that decision. And I'm gonna jump down here. All right, Nebraska is expanding on digital ID requirements. It says Nebraska's LB 383, the Parental Rights and Social Media Act, takes a similar but distinct approach. The bill requires social media companies to implement reasonable age verification to block minors from accessing platforms without parental consent. And that's what they're gonna, of course, push that out. They want to protect the kids, the children, you know. But I believe this thing is like some sort of test, you know, to test that out, because eventually they're gonna use that for all people. You know, you have to have a digital ID to access the internet. You know, it says according to Unicameral update, acceptable verification methods include digital IDs and third-party age authentication services. These entities will be required to delete personal data after verification, but the bill still raises concerns about the amount of personal information users must provide. Attorney General Mike Higgler's sees social media engagement as a calculated business model. These are not on accident algorithms that are just sort of inadvertently bringing in children. These are by design because some of the most lucrative customers you can find in this area are children. Despite assurances about data deletion, critics warn that these laws could set a precedent for broader digital ID requirements, potentially eroding online anonymity. All right, you can read the rest if you like. I'll jump down here. It says, while these bills are ostensibly aimed at protecting children, they also represent a significant step toward a more monitored and controlled digital space. Digital ID systems, whether government-issued IDs, credit cards, or third-party verification services, could fundamentally reshape the internet. Critics argue that once identity checks become standard, that they could extend beyond social media, making anonymous online access increasingly difficult. It says Joel R. McConvey, writing for a tech news outlet, highlights the global trend toward age verification. In the past 12 months, age assurance for online content has gone from a relatively niche issue to a priority agenda item for governments, activists, and the biggest names in tech. This trend is evident in various legislative efforts, from the UK's Ofcom guidelines to the ongoing trial of age verification technologies in Australia. And like I said, you can read the rest if you like. But let's get Ezekiel 28. I'll start at verse 1. It says, the word of the Lord, all right, whose name is Yahweh, came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus. And the modern day prince of Tyrus is Esau, right? Thus saith the Lord power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas. Yet thou art a man, and not the Most High, though thou set thy heart as the heart of God. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret they can hide from thee. With thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. So they have a God complex. You know, they want control, total control. That's what it's all about. You know, let's get 2 Thessalonians 2, and I'll start at 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. You see? And what is your temple? The temple is your body. All right? Now, how they going to sit in your temple? By putting that chip in you. You know, that's the ultimate goal. To have everybody chipped up. You know? That's why they want to bring in, you know, all this AI and, you know, this digital stuff, so they can trace you, you know, have you monitored. That's what the digital thing is all about. You know, let's get I got one more. All right, the rise of digital authoritarianism. Larry Ellison wants everyone's data and DNA plugged into an AI data centers to guide our behaviors. It says, I'll just jump down here. At the 2024 World Government Summit in Dubai, Larry Ellison, the fourth richest man in the world, which that's debatable, and founder of Oracle, laid out a chilling vision for the future of artificial intelligence. Speaking alongside former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair, Ellison described a world where AI would unify every piece of data about individuals, from their genetic makeup to their daily habits, into massive data centers. These AI systems, he argued, will reason so much faster than humans, diagnosing diseases, predicting crop yields, and even designing personalized jump shots. But beneath the glossy promises of improved healthcare and our agriculture efficiency lies a darker reality. Ellison's vision is one of total surveillance. Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting, he said, describing a future where AI monitors everything from school bathrooms to police body cams. Ellison's remarks are not merely speculative. Oracle is already building a 50 to 100 billion data center capable of processing the vast amounts of data required for this dystopian vision. The company is also working on biometric security systems that will replace passwords with facial and voice recognition, ensuring that every interaction with technology is tracked and recorded. You see? And I'll put the link in the description. This is what they want. Total control, as we just read. All right. And this is also, let's get Revelation 12. All right. Revelation 12:7. There was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. Now, who's this dragon? All right. Use the word dragon. Excuse me. Comes from the word dracon. A dragon, a great serpent, a name for Satan. All right. And that dragon is Esau. Well, dragon's really the Roman Empire. But who goes back to Esau, right? Verse 8, and prevailed not. Salakia, and prevailed not, neither was their place found anymore in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Who's the angels? All right, his technology, AI. That's Esau's angels on the left-hand side. You know, just how the Lord's angels, they see everything. They go to and fro and out of the earth and report back to him. That's what Esau wants to do on the left-hand side. He wants all his, all his angels, his AI, right? Because that's the angels on the left-hand side. His AI, his technology, his robots. They want to do the same thing, on the left-hand side, man. You see? And just look up, is it serpent? Let's look up serpent. The Greek word is ophis. All right, serpent, snake. With the ancients, the serpent was an emblem of cunning and wisdom. The serpent who deceived Eve was regarded by the Jews as the devil. All right, down here in a strong definition of snake, figuratively as a type of sly cunning, an artful, malicious person, especially Satan, serpent. So it's an artful, malicious person. And who's that? Esau, right? Get this word devil. Okay. The word devil, diabolos or diabolos, it's a metaphor applied to a man who, by opposing the cause of the Most High, may be said to act a part of the devil or to side with him. And who's that? Who has the spirit of the devil on them? Esau does. The so-called white man, starting with your top big and elites. This was about to come, Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea. All right, those people who live on earth and even those in the sea, man, the animals. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. He gonna bring out all his weapons, man. All right, the sword, these as we just showed you that video. All right, this AI gonna come down with that sword, man. All right. And you're going to come down on the inhabitants of the earth and on the men of the Lord. Jump down to verse 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman. The woman is Israel. And went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High, and have the testimony of Yahushua Hamashiach. And what's the testimony of Yahushua? Well, Revelation 19, verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua, worship the Most High. For the testimony of Yahushua is a spirit of prophecy. And we're prophesying, telling you what's coming. Jacob's trouble, the mark of the beast, World War III, all right, the destruction of America, Babylon the Great, all right, and many more things, and the downfall of our enemies, Esau, Edom, and the other nations, man. You see? So this is what, this is what you're about to see, the vision of a surveillance state. I might name that the title for this video. Esau and his angels on the left hand side. Whatever, the Lord put the spirit on me to name it. So those where you was edified, through this video, you brothers and you sisters out there, all right? And you can do more research if you like. See if there's anything over here again, Just scrolling through. It says, humanity has no idea what we've created, warns God, father of AI. And you can go into this if you want. I'll put the link in the description. But hey, this is what they're going to use, man. They're going to pull out everything, every tactic they can use. So Lord's we was edified. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. And double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to those four elect. Till next video, I'm going to say, Shalom.